Alright, hey everybody, can you hear me okay? Hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm also heading over to the post office real quick. Alright, so what's the purpose of the 22? I've been seeing it go on for a while. My friend Eric Walmack finally got a hold of me and nominated me, and he's been nominated other Marines and military. See, we have a thing with the PTSD and what's called the 22. And the 22 has affected a lot of people that we know. And those are the 22 people that take their lives every day that have fought for our military, our armed forces, or armed service. Now, a lot of stuff that I do is more than just military. It's also civilians and regular people that face PTSD challenges every day. And that's the reason why I do a lot of motivating stuff. The reason why I tell people how to get jobs. The reason why I tell people the different things they can do when they're filling out resumes, or, you know, things you can do with your kids, is because 22 men and women that have served our country every day have committed suicide. They have taken their lives because they didn't think they were good enough. They didn't think that, when in fact, not only are they good enough, they are very, very special people. It's just they take on the world, okay? And sometimes they don't feel like the world's taking back. Well, there's also the regular people that have never been military that do the same thing. And so, together, you know, we just want to make awareness to start treating each other better, to treat each other with respect, you know, to start being honest and upfront with people. And it's funny because I get stuff every once in a while from things on email, and it's like, I've never did business with certain people. I've never, you know, it's just scams. People are always trying to take advantage. Or there's other people out there that are hurting, so they treat people like crap because they need money, or, you know, we need to take a minute and breathe, okay? Because we're all going through the same thing. We're in this together, and we all need to breathe. We all need to take a step back, and we all need to know that each one of us has a role that's very, very vital and very, very important. Just because we don't see it, or because we don't know it, or because we don't realize it, doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you don't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, okay? I mean, there's a thing called the God particle. They've never seen it, yet they know it exists, okay? There's people that pray to God. We have never seen God, but we know He exists, okay? Same with who we are and our importance. We have to look at that in the same way. We know we're important. We know that we matter. We know that we exist. And we know that each one of us, you know, we can feed off other people's energy. And a lot of people ask me, and they get up with me on where I get my energy from. Actually, I get around a lot of energized people nonstop. And then I'm able to get around other people that are not energized and do my best to energize them. However, I'm like a battery, just like everybody else. You know, if I'm around so many negative people, so many people that are just non-stop, just nasty, you know, wait a minute a second. Okay, there we go, I'm back. Sorry about that, lost connection there. But it'll wear me down. But you know what, after a while, if people realize their importance, and then they got their own energy, then they're not feeding off you so much, pretty soon you guys are all feeding off each other, and life's a lot greater. Like I tell everybody else, go where you're celebrated, avoid where you're only tolerated. Go to where you're wanted, but avoid places that they don't want you there. They don't need you there. They feel, you know, that they don't feel for you. That's the whole point. That's why I tell everybody, you know, they don't care about you. I had a guy once who I thought the world of, just a friend of mine from high school, and I always thought he was a friend of mine, married another friend of mine, and she and him, both great people. One day I said something on Facebook, and I always thought, well, it turns out that was a person that was not celebrating me. They were always talking me home. Anyway, needless to say, it didn't take much for them to show their true colors. Now, I forgive him to this day. I'm sure he's a good guy, but, you know, whenever I was always excited to see him and his wife, you know, I was always excited to see him. And when somebody decided to call into contention my, what I did in the Marine Corps, and not that I was even in the Marine Corps and stuff like that, it made me mad. But it turned out he liked to use people, you know, he's one of those that, you know, it was what he could get from everybody. And so I've been in a lot of different businesses where people, as you're going up, they want what you got. As you're falling down, they use to be popular. Okay? Don't get into those situations. Just do what is best for you. Go where you're celebrated. You know, get around people that love you, the people that care about you, and stick with those people. It doesn't matter what they do for a living. It doesn't even matter if you understand. But you know what? You don't always have to understand what somebody does to support them. And that's the best thing you can do for anybody. Me, you know, in high school and stuff, you know, in grade school and junior high, you know, I've been bullied, and I've been the bully, you know. I mean, I think in a way we've all come full circle a lot of times. And granted, you know, I was going through a lot of emotional stress with my mom dying and everything like that. But, let's see, give me a second. I guess they're all about the same, right? Yep. Have to send out mail to my team and to my members and stuff. I believe that right now people are reading more what's coming in their mail than they are what's coming in their email. So do things differently all the time to show people you care about them, that you matter to people. You know, do things that are different, that are unique. You know, call up friends and family and let them know that they matter and they're important, you know. You don't have to play games with everybody. You don't have to sit there and keep fighting for people's attention and, you know, fighting for people's approval. If you can't find it with somebody you're with, then go to somebody else, because life is too short to worry about the he said, she said stuff in life. And like I said, once you get up, you know, we're no longer playing child games. And it's better to be great, because each and every one of you is great. And that's the reason why I go over and I talk things. You know, I tell you about negative stuff that's happened in my life, and I tell you about positive stuff in hopes that maybe it might resonate with somebody. You know, has every day been a garden of roses for me? Oh, heck no. I've had more bad days sometimes, I always think, than good days. But when you go back and you look, those bad days, that one day, it seems like it equals like 10 or 12, but it's actually just one bad day. And you know, the good days outweigh the bad. And no matter what anybody thinks, when we start thinking that we're having more bad days than good days, it's because we're exaggerating our head, because we're alone. We feel like we're in it by ourselves. We feel like nobody cares, nobody matters, nobody wants to listen to our side of the story, you know. And all I can tell you is it does get better, and it's not every day. It's just when you're going through that moment. It's like eating a Carolina Reaper or a hot pepper. When you eat it, you right away put it in your mouth, and you feel that pain for so long, when it's actually just a couple seconds, okay? It's like getting OC sprayed, you know, in the military, you know. It's going to hurt for a little bit, but then it goes away. It's like the gas chamber. You feel like you were there all day. Actually, you're only there for about 45 minutes, and you're only getting gassed for about 3 to 5 minutes. Not even that, you know. So the whole idea is negative stuff, sometimes we exaggerate upon it because it feels like it's going longer. Don't let that happen to you, you know. Get around people that love you. Get around people that care. And just be great every single day of your life. Alright, I am Jeffrey Jansen. I am coming in town because I'm going to pick up something to eat for my dad and I. And I will talk with everybody soon. Hope everybody's having a great day. I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you for being in my life and my daughter's life. I appreciate each and every one of you for who you are, what you represent, what you do. And I hope you know that what you do is important, and you have an impact on people in your life and the lives of people around you. And I just want you to know that. So be great. Remember this, you're awesome. And we'll do some more 22 push-ups tomorrow with more nominees. And I hope you guys, anybody I nominated, will get on there and start nominating people also. And we'll start having some more motivational talks. So, anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm heading out, and I will talk with everybody later. God bless. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.